Good morning, or to anyone who's watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Quick intro here because I went to the Van Gogh Museum with the lovely Pokemon company. They did fly me out. It was awesome. And here is a quick look at the gift shop. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go through everything. Now, this is the merch available in the gift shop at the museum. With the exception of the Pikachu plush, this stuff is only found at the museum. Yellow shirt there is for kids. There is another colour. I'm colourblind. I'm not telling you what colour it is. I don't know. That is for adults, and I bought one because I am an adult. But all of this stuff is amazing. The Van Gogh Pikachu I'm a huge fan of. That will be available on the Pokémon Center and at the museum, but that's the only thing. We got postcards there depicting the 6 pieces of art that were commissioned by Pokémon TCG artists you might recognize. They are absolutely stunning. You got things like pens and notepads and... yeah, there's a close-up look at the pens. Keyrings, there was a Snorlax keyring that I'm not going to show you probably because I didn't find it till later. And then we got some proper nice prints of some of the pieces of artwork. This is one of the coolest collaborations Pokemon has ever done. It's something that just absolutely fills me with joy. That Snorlax is the best of the 6. And after I finished doing my recording, they brought this Van Gogh hat-wearing Pikachu out. Yeah, they took it away quite quickly again, but they brought it out, and that was awesome, because look how adorable it is. Yeah, I didn't spend too much here. I'm a little bit proud of that. Now, they did also have this display set up. Now, this is not actually for sale at the museum gift shop. Everything you see here is going to be found on the Pokémon Center. So these are some, but not all of the goods you're going to find. Deck boxes, sleeves, little bookends of Pikachu and Eevee. The pins, oh my word, I want those pins, ladies and gentlemen. Look at them. They are amazing. Again, just the 6 pieces of art. You've got the plushie again, and we got a playmat featuring the Pikachu and Eevee pieces of art. And then there's a mug as well, because, I don't know, why wouldn't there be a mug? You'll notice they're basically going through the art. Now, here are the other 3 playmats they showed us. One features the Snorlax and Munchlax artwork. And now I had to cut the audio because there was too much talking going on. But if I hadn't, you'd have heard me ask if I could unfurl the playmats to show them off in the video. I particularly like the playmat here, which shows off all the pieces of art on one playmat. I just think that's a really nice touch. Now, when you go, this is essentially what you do. You get this booklet, and I'm going to apologize for the cursor which keeps appearing on the screen. Sorry about that. And essentially, you work through, and now I made sure to film this before I actually did it. It leads you around the museum, and you basically do a bunch of things. You go and answer a bunch of questions, and you eventually solve a little puzzle, and when you solve that puzzle, you take this to a desk downstairs, and that's where you get the actual Pikachu promo, which is, well, come on, it's the Pikachu promo I showed you the other day. It's amazing. Oh yeah, Pikachu came out to say hello and take some pictures. Obviously, I got some pictures with Pikachu. I am only one man, ladies and gentlemen. It was awesome. Now, this is the actual exhibit itself. It's quite a small exhibit. We have a little introduction there with Pikachu, just telling you a little bit about Vincent van Gogh collecting Japanese prints. And then it shows you the 6 pieces of art. And these are the original pieces of art. There is a little rope to stop you, going forward. It is a very strict, no flash, no touching, all of that. But you've got Pikachu here by Kimura. And these are all based on famous Van Gogh paintings. You'll see in the bottom right the paintings on which they are based. We've got an Eevee by So-So, who is very clearly one of the best artists working in the Pokemon TCG. We've got a Smeargle based on, drawn by Kamiya, and it's in my opinion one of the best things that Kamiya has done that I'm aware of. And then we've also got sunflowers that are again done by Kamiya. Each of the artists they commissioned did 2 of the paintings here. So now we've got Kimura here doing the birds, which is kind of awesome with all the different birds flying around. Weirdly, the only one behind glass, and I don't know why. And then you've got the So-So Snorlax, which, look at the pictures. Look at the pictures of his parents. What a cool little nod to the video games there. And yeah, here's just a nice little look at it from afar. It's a very small exhibit, but I assure you I spent so much time staring at it. Now, one of the really cool things that I thought was this image, which they projected giant onto the wall. Except literally as I turned the camera around to record it, it just disappeared. So I'm like, oh, it's fine, it'll come back in a second. Any minute, it's going to come back any minute. And you'll notice the video skipped there because I had to wait a couple of minutes. But they just projected this. Just a nice look at the Pikachu logo. Fun fact, same one they used for the Pokémon Center Paris a few years ago. They've just changed the colour of the paint. But projecting that massive onto the wall, I thought was a really nice touch. So then I decided, right, let's go find the actual pictures on which the Pokemon art is based. Here is the self-portrait with grey felt hat. That is the one, of course, you see with the Pikachu promo. And then it's off, having a little bit of a look around the Van Gogh Museum, trying to find the other 5 artworks on which these Pokemon art is based. And you can see here, I am zeroing in on the sunflowers. You had to have sunflowers with some flora, come on. Would have been weird if we didn't. And it's so weird, I've seen these pictures in books for years and online for years. Actually, I say pictures, they're paintings. Actually being able to see them in real life up close and personal was surreal but awesome. But we only have to go round the back of this particular display before we can see, wait for it, the bedroom. Which, of course, like I say, in terms of the Pokemon art they've done here, as far as I'm concerned, the very best among them. Cannot say enough nice things about the Snorlax and Munchlax one. Now, I had to go downstairs at this point. You don't need footage of me walking downstairs. That would be boring. But I've come downstairs. This was the reception area where the event was happening. Yes, Pikachu was back. There's the desk with all the Pokémon Center merch. And now we're honing in on the last couple of pictures. Here you've got, now this is the one that the Smeargle was based on, which is another self-portrait. There were a bunch of them. Self-portrait as a painter. I won't tell you how many self-portraits there were. That is one of the questions on the little treasure hunt card, and I don't wish to ruin it for you. That would be a little bit mean of me. And then from here, we can turn around and we can go and see another one, and it is another self-portrait here. I believe it's the one the Eevee was based on. The last artwork, the one of the birds, is not in this museum. I believe it's in a museum in France, so unfortunately was not able to see it. One thing that was very cool, though, is I got to go back a little bit later and actually have a look at the artwork and really see it in all its glory. I waited long enough that people weren't standing in front of it. I don't think that many visitors to this exhibition are actually going to be lucky enough to see it up close like this. I'm aware how lucky I am. So what I'm going to do here just at the end is just leave all of the artwork on the screen here, just in a couple of waves so you can really sit and appreciate it. It is absolutely phenomenal, and I would recommend very, very highly that anyone who has the opportunity to go along and see this does so. It is one of the coolest collaborations Pokemon has done. They gave us a little talk before we went round to see everything about the time and effort that went into making this collaboration happen, and it really does seem like the kind of thing that, yeah, it took a bunch of time and effort, sure, but oh my word, I am so glad that they did. I don't know if Pokemon are going to be able to do another collaboration along these lines. I don't know if they've got anything planned. I assume if they do, it's going to be a while out because of how long these things take to put together. But just being able to see this artwork up close and personal was amazing. Although, just to confirm, because this is important, yesterday I showed you this Pikachu promo, and it is an exceptionally cool promo. It is going to be available. It is available as we sit here in the museum. It is absolutely available in the museum. You go around, you do the treasure hunt, you get the promo. That is not the only place it is going to be available. It is also going to be available when you buy stuff off the Pokémon Center. Yes, I'm fully aware that that only ships to the UK, the US, and Canada, for which I can only apologise. But the fact is, this promo is being made available without having to go to the museum. That is awesome. And despite some of the rumours I'm hearing online, no, there are not extra promos. I asked Pokemon multiple times. There is only one. It is only the Pikachu. And yes, it is the same promo being given out at the Van Gogh Museum and on the Pokémon Center online. You don't need to go to the museum. I think you should go to the museum, but you don't need to. One more shout out to the lovely folks at the Pokémon Company for flying me out to Amsterdam and letting me go and see the preview event for this. It was absolutely phenomenal, but now it's over to you guys. Tell me if you're planning to visit. Tell me which of these 6 artworks is your favourite. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at Lawasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and a whole bunch of other stuff. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching a particularly exciting PTCG Radio.